yɛsa ɛwɔ nas ɛwɔ ha ɛna yɛwɔ mmerante ahodoɔ mo bɔ me de dwumadie di abro prince ɛbobɔ me ɛso ɛtɛkyerɛ bi ɛno akyi na hyɛ no sɛ punchline ɛbɛba welcome ne bɛɛ kam na dwuma ko bɛda roma ɛna no pombo yɛkyi dɔma me de dwumadie aba bɛda utu kwan dia Lucas Travel Consult wɔse bra odin na ɔno de ne slogan yɛ baako pɛ edimpa woi ɛyɛ sene ahunya ɛno nti Lucas Travel Consult wɔse sɛ Canada, United States of America, sanso ɛna bia opɛ ɛyɛ UK ɛna akɔ France, Greece, Germany, Netherlands, Australia ɛno atwu pɛ so kɔsua de wɔ abrokyire ɔbɛ sɛ ukɔ adwuma bi wɔ abrokyire ɛyɛ visit ɛna wokɔ ɛmfa nkɔ baabi a Travel Consult no ɛyɛ baako pɛ ɔno ɛne yɛfrɛ Lucas Travel Consult obi agyina di wɔse ɔto challenge wo a wofi so ɛkɔntɔmpɔni no brabɔnte bɛka sɛ wode wo bɛto Lucas Travel Consult so no wantumi amfa nkɔ baabi a na wɔso wɔde wokɔ na wɔkɔgya wo si akwantimfi ɛnyɛ saa ɛne wɔteɛ wɔde wobɛkɔ ama wankasa wakasa yes sɛsɛ deɛ gya me mu na baabi a maduru mi ankasa metumi abɔ me bra ɛwɔ bi man so ɛno akyi wopɛ birth certificate wopɛ travel passport and as a bank statement ɔbɛboa ma wo nsa tuma ka bi wɔso ɔpɛ adwumayɛfoɔ na ne branch na wabie no Kumasi ano no ma yɛ adwuma ɔpɛ accountant ɔpɛ sales manager ɔpɛ marketing manager ɔpɛ receptionist ɛna administrators ɛna shop attendant house help ne nyinaa ɔpɛ bi na ne main office no Temagov City fɛn 0534 54 3210 ɛno Lucas Travel Consult no na me catch say the expert in sciatica 21st clinic na Ghana ha de enu wiase de ɔno an ye friend semenhia 21st clinic enyo denya wo ye bue sɛ yɛnhyɛ wa anka ne nipa mpempe nipa dɔm ɛna akadem adeya sciatica yade ɛso kotodwe na wonam kokom na ɛba to ase na hɔ ayɛ tititi na hɔ ayɛ hyehyɛ na hɔ ayɛ dendenden na hɔ ɛwo so asasasa bro kyew yɛkasa kwaba wanya bibi mu anson wanya poma bi mu nkura no wanya baabi antena wontimi nkɔ na mom 21st clinic ba ye no just sciatica na mpi hɔ obedwane ne namum rika obetu ase apam no ɛno nti 21st clinic sɛ yɛnka nkyɛ sɛ sciatica yade ba de ɛmani ne usunkunem ɛnɛ ɔmo a ɛkɔm nti ɔmo so ɔmo yɛ herbal doctors ɔmo yɛ herbalists for ɛna yɛyɛ sciatica no yɛyɛ expert me ɔmo boa 21st clinic adaroma no amo matidi no ubisom sɛ sciatica ne yɛde krom ntimi nkyerɛkyerɛm na mu kɔ 21st clinic a obetu ase ama yade ne dwane ɛnya no nkwa no sa yade bebree emfidie ne adwumayɛfo workers there ɔmo ben ɔmo hye ɔmo bro ɔmo so ase ɔmo krokro na environment ne po betuma tu yade asema okɔ lab ɛwɔ lab technicians a ɔmo no adwuma na ni so ɔwɔ scan machine wɔ ɛna no akyi no ɔwɔ massage machine mimi wie me kɔ na kɔ Saturday kya me ma adwuma me kɔ na ɛma no ɛdi mfidie na massage me kama 21st clinic ɛno akyi no ɔse brɛ na yade bia no nto ase mfama Kumasi ɔwɔ ahwia overseas junction afa radio nkyɛn hɔ a ɛnkan baabi na manten kasa community bank ɛwɔ no ɛhɔ na ɔmo wɔ saa brosa na mu ɛno akyi pia mu ɔbo ase a ɔmo cancel quarters call junction ɛna akra ɔmo dɔme market sunwani ebi wɔ hɔ ɛna nkransa na tachuma afra 21st clinic ɛfɔ number is 0243 311311 0249 311311 and 0540 311311 offer bia be kama enu ase wutie bi gawuta Ghana mafile gadochi kens a ononyamfo Kennedy akompreko uye buoi ne nyina se MPP force so no so MPP asiahene for efiada bia no wo Ghana na peso ho adwuma Kennedy Japan aya osefata se man be franka tuni diba MPP amanyuko na efiada bia no na ekosi no nsia e osompa ye TV ne radios awdo a e wo Ghana bi won kransa sompa bi osunwan ene Kumasi ne TV station boyi a e wo Kumasi no ni team no betena se no ma di no dance pa de friend Semenhia ko Asen Central emresa bedwa adwuma no waje ade abra wo mo na oso wa firi wa obeboa Ghana de chene mmom MPP delegate no ene na otwe sada mo ye no super delegate conference na se no sa na bre no so November mo ma de tumi ne no me franka tu ni flag bearer emfama MPP amanyuku no enti Friday bia no no watimatie bi na bibia so aye kama ye panipa mienu pe ye de mo etu kwa abrochire na ye de ukọ no ye mfeliu ye mo ani nkọ ntanteta ye de ukọ no work permit guaranteed krata kwad be ya dwuma bia ha broni bia ha koti entwama no guarantee John say phrase say pe mema me rupe ene yede mokọ o kwa koya dwuma wo Europe work permit ready nipa mieru pɛ number no say 0241 27 2990 0241 27 2990 frɛ mema mienu se na mfa mo nkɔ na bibia ɛnyɛ kama brand nie haya Sompa 93.1 FM Sompa TV na kra mo mi TV am di monitor wa ya mayo mo ma twa ma why mo ma hwe na amano ne nsɛm brɛ no anya awie droye be breaking it down na ya touching it down na ya knocking it down na ya jeja mu yompo e wo dwumadi no so ensem pinaba na mo channel so se dimpa natural heart clinic for e de dimpa gastro mixture ye ka gastro mixture super effective edma stomach ulcer so you be your free edwa wo ye free ya den mani nkum e ulcer padia eno no so be adro na fan dimpa gastro mixture e na ye wo e mensoplus eno ye dimpa mensoplus eno no ema no mubu munsa bosom be so na ho ya tantantan moja no kra employee 3 months nie nsada ni nyina no so do ne be kirem ni wanya eye dimpa menso plus mensa ebe boa mfichikom ha nyina no ebe to ase de ama eno achi no wo se nka nkyro se wo di aduro bi aba dimpa ha ba mensa eno so no se typhoid malaria wonu nya ode agric ni be ka se anorexia wuntimi enidi wunya be ba boa no wapo so ayemre nwa hyehyerehye wunya edimpa heba mesere bi betu asepa okọ misia ba okumasem jefe ba omankasim pena heba okepkos nimde ba otakrade na na boache ba ebi won kran ebi wotema na ekus pharmacy wa shaman dimpa mpanyin for 0248 778 899 0248 778 899 no mo nyo so no mo ni nkomara bibia enya kamama no nsempre na aswin ye breaking the data touching the shasa Formula 1 Nanyina no say a day at 1 p.m. Opiamo Italy cry from Monza. Eho ena Formula 1 no Italian Grand Prix. Ebetumi atoja na yengwam ni antwa said the Formula 1 no and no practice ni etimi koye on say some days before the main event no na drivers no Formula 1 drivers no etimi koshia bro no Monza chrono no Monza chrono baby a Formula 1 event no ebetumi atoja Italian Grand Prinum and no mutimi akwakwaya no mapima no mapi eso etimi koso na ukopema a Brenton Lewis Hamilton and dia to so enchae and was sign new contract edma a Mercedes for na sign new contract was no on so no 7-time world champion watcher eso betmenya the 8th time as a world champion ama bia kama na contract was no ska watching fie be $50 million esika Mercedes for dem no o masika enya kwa omasikanya yawa odbebo adwuma kama enu ensem orande tudwa yenhwe Max Verstappen enu a ewo ne practice no Verstappen so far wa equal record na eda ho no owura ye fem Vettel ayeye no ni nyina no so piema owura no so far wa winning Formula 1 makuma na consecutively atoto so na so piema Monza ewo Italy by Italian Grand Prix cars no ho Max Verstappen wontimi wini ye na so timi wini china ewo Italian Grand Prix to the Monza na se wababa ya bakosem ewo Formula 1 na for the 10th consecutive Formula 1 race ono enetuma wini nyina ebinsi da eno edeba ye jejamu eso edema mu na otuma no so yentinsim basketball ni nyina no so pema FIBA basketball World Cup no eguso ekoso eguso etodwa na ukopema sei ena neskada no esi atie opema ne Angola ebebo South Sudan South Pema Philippines ebo China and watching pema yo New Zealand ebo Egypt and Jordan bo Mexico and watching pema group oa no ebetotwa ewo Okinawa eho and abo Finland Venezuela game betotwa and Japan Capo Verde and Central way Cote d'Ivoire as no France babo na Iran Lebanon as so edapem so and we game sebetotwa me ultra World Cup no power ranking no young fan so far Siswa Americans no omu enedikan and United States of America and your World Cup power rankings Opem Omudikai Germany that second Canada at that third Omania plus 2 points and which is Spain at the fourth and Slovenia beta sufita omo plus 3 points Serbia at the 6th and Dominican Republic at the 7th Australia at the 8th and Lithuania at the 9th Latvia Muda at 10th and Italy at the 11th and Brazil at the 12th. So far no African air country Benua Opemo FIBA Basketball World Cup, power ranking by no African country when team. As what my PM and no idea banana water nano Thursday and I'm at D20 SOPM Zurich Diamond League America after what Alexis Championship and no etimi Abana Amuko PM Zurich or Switzerland I'm a Diamond League in America and event how do me to now call Reverend Roger Federer. Now Roger Federer ba a tenniser where you superstar where legend our tennis na no upema what eco pemo Zurich Diamond League no or kwanyo nkwa one in Iran your friend Mecca and an twin daughters no also on tafua omuye Emma what omuka unkobi what onwa Roger Federer ne mame and ne papa friend Robert and ne mame ono so no your friend Elinet ono mina akọ visite Zurich Diamond League no omukwa de omukọ supporto omu local hero where sprinter about 200 meters ababa oyade your friend Mujinga Kambuji ababa one omukota na chi amabia aso kama eno edeba mamimra mo US Open na memfa third run memfa ntoto so ma eno Novak Djokovic no ma pinesi na eno 5 set eno otimi koye one ono ani fellow countryman your friend Laszlo Jerry officer and a boy na no first 2 sets no na se Novak Djokovic at the form na o Reverend Laszlo Jerry winning A6464 na third set and a Novak Djokovic about 10 things around o winning A61 fourth set o winning 6-1 and a fifth set no we winning A63 so advance copium the run of 16 I'm a player fine na yemtwa Novak Djokovic Abraham ni video all kakra Abraham court no so no enura no ne Abrante Feno Laszlo Jerry mama min feel o court no so pa pimpem papa and no braduma papa nina so rama aduma ni etmu koye na eduba bi na power na ono ani country mana ya fam Jerry aso adepa no na esa no odene eno ene desk screen so no we ball na we yi na we ya ball na we yi eduba bi na se Djokovic echa sampa aduma no ba US Open eye ne dia na mpa toma mentwa bra ba na wieye na se omumienu ko embrace wo mo amu kwachi omu kwa hagi omu ho mama yem feel kakra enu aduma de ni ba na wieye na ba kama enu na Novak Djokovic akwa ba Branton abaso maso am tough time aduma ne de mama bre bi ba ye kama na enu achine yem twa Novak Djokovic celebration no enu after so win ye no na the celebration e de na the celebration FM was celebrate be kama abran one fans no we fans no mutana china no mani age ese Novak Djokovic eso etuma win ma bibia kwana still Serbian flag no bibia no opeja and US Open eso eno no na mamimram na mentwa Novak Djokovic abra akwada no ne maame ka chense Novak Djokovic at the form first 2 sets no o join on Facebook kwa be hu no twa akwada no tse Novak Djokovic at the form no satam na ne maame no etwa eribaki na de bi o kacha akwada no ma ebusam Novak Djokovic ni etwa no sa no akwada na no kwatimi etinani so wone ne maame ne papa eso enetimi ho eno edeba na yenwram ne yantwa Novak Djokovic the last time US Opener first 2 set yetimi etwa no ama o bounce back obe wini ye no na 2011 and asade ne ebitimi si ye na against Roger Federer and wotimi ye sade ne bi o join on Facebook and Sompa TV na da so no first 2 set US Open 2011 first set no na Roger Federer etma mano chese bia 7-6-6-4 third set and Novak Djokovic eben 6-3 6-2 7-5 edi ewini ye na enu achi nu eba no ye message wade etu ye nem ese anadwo o New York de wa bre na day eno bekwa kwa ye nteni message Novak Dukovic eso edi etu enu abra na o chereche no mapimo ama bia so fanfan ni nyina ne so oh ne kura ni nyame anim ne wo bekọ no wakọ akoda na wakọ home kakra evisa adwuma no ono an country mana ye friend Laslo abrante no ama ne 12 time enu ede dawa ye jejamodama enu akire ntinsem na ye ntwa emema no omoso no so far resource outdo bi etimi ba so ye ntwa Telafrit so en Jacob Mensik eso etimi adepem so bana wi no nese abrante Telafrit eso etimi awini nese owini 3-0 enu etimi wini ma bibia eso etimi ya kam otwa Mensik enu ede do 6-1 6-2 6-0 enu achi Dominic Striker na ye ntwa abrante ye Dominic Striker onu so Benjamin Bonzi and a boy bana wi no nese watch Benjamin Bonzi etwa 3-2 so far twa abrante ye find Dominic Striker on so far from qualifying to the week 2 no we brought 6 consecutive games ni nyina no what we win am bia aso eye kama no edeba Jean-Pierre Francis Abranta ye find Francis Tifo on from Air France one Abranta ye find eye Adram eye Monarino na boy Benes we twa Monarino what ma bono na 3-1 enetimi pemo no edeba 20 Paul aso Alejandro Davidovic aso Abraham Tommy Paul aso etimi etwa Davidovic obono ekwa 3-1 and Ben Shilton nice Ben Shilton so no etimi winning dia no against Abrante Aslan Karatsev and on so at the Emano and no at the bed mamu yanko Emano swim so round 3 no Elena Ribakina now Elena Ribakina ono so no etimi etna ho ama soccer kwa no so abala Sorena Sestia etimi etwa no na so pema Elena Ribakina eso etime frame eno ediatia ya de ama makoy 2-1 enu atu pema Elsie Mertens eso trauma Kokogov eso etime abona Kokogov na so wini 2-1 na no edene na se no manyina koy na ba yantwa fa video no ma me abra Kokogov ne den bana we ya obe free court no oya announcement ese o free on one game and ebeba so.
Coming up next is Novak Djokovic.
And no the tennis on acknowledge send game na bana we are free court no so no let's no Novak Djokovic neba na pema Elena Ostapinko as one Banada Pera as Eshaye na bana we say Ostapinko et match and pedigree and experience or etra Banada Pera as so adina frame ekwe 2-0 as so ena Iga Ziatek as so edima Kaja Juvan na se bi pia kama 2-0 and we dem na twa no celebrate se wura mu Jimmy Butler yan twa kakra woni Justin Bieber and Halle as so no bitimi Koko Gracie US Open no ma kama na se NBA player no on ne wo no na so ra Abrante fan Jimmy Butler no Justin Bieber and Halle and a Grace ma Beckham na we Justin Bieber na se ono US Open vibes no bonitika kakra ne spectacle na de lewin de bia na be fine na yan twa bra na se tennis star and na se US Open player ye fenom France Tifue ono so any Justin Bieber na some so efli kakra bra na big glass meso mo name ni nyina ya date mi si ya ye jejamu edema mo yentin small football ni nya adwuma kakra ma mo ni nyina se ngro Saudi Arabia na robo Saudi Arabia eno omu league no ba kutimi todwa Al Hilal and Al Ittihad and a boy and nya for the agro na no ultimate Sompa Saudi Arabia league no quality ni kwasro eno game chance and Al Ittihad babia N'Golo Conte and Karim Benzema Bobology striker emu esuoma kan no na se game ni edu babi na se Al Ittihad take lead by 3-1 e de tia Al Hilal ho and Abranta from Alexandra Mitrovic no Bodma Fulham as a buyer and Obaba Titi or Patrick and ma game ben se Al Hilal abe wini 4-3 am a buyer kama na no e de dawanwa Alexandra Mitrovic join on Facebook obe fili game ni kakra and e de atoso na we Sompa TV na boni akoma oko Sompa 93.1 on Facebook na se Mitrovic ne sign no acha se e boduma aso etimo ma bi bɛyɛ enu anema ɛna no obi asanka nema bɛbɔbi nema ntwa wona mwe ɛyɛ Karim Benzema goal no enu a fantastic goal ɛna Benzema hyɛ no ne ɛdiama no we ɛyɛ back heel pa Benzema Bobology Natinano Eswetma Kasakama Eno Edetawa Yejamo Esodiama na yɛntwɛ Al-Nassr ɔmo team no on sem sunkuma lewa Ronaldo baby obia no man sentene jo na Al-Nassr boboko no ɛma no ɔmo bo game ɛna Bobo Felina enya free kick no body to atena ɛna siu celebration no okwebi hɛ wɔn ɛhyɛ jersey number 93 no hɛ odimirika siu wakwa ne kama Ronaldo ɔno ani team ne ma team so ɔmo emulate so far ni goal celebration ɛno ɛdeba ye jejam ɛdama mo nano pai ɛwɔ dwumadi no so ye gusu team konya so ye break no down touch no down ma min team small La Liga na otwa we ye major European leagues no men fa La Liga nhyase mamo match Saudi mieru to dwa no a opema Cadiz etimi tira wo etwa Villarreal kamiensa Villarreal and take mu bako enura abrante fenom eye Chris Ramos eto atena Edma Cadiz enu achi Darwin matches ebo 2 goals na bako penalty emo mu win Villarreal 3-1 Alexander Solot esunya bako ma Villarreal duba bi na Villarreal bought 10 against 11 enu achi UD Almeria etno Celta Vigo eshomo 3-2 enu ye de 10 games eto about 12 nuna Real Sociedad and Granada ebeshia enu achi Real Madrid Hatafe Pablo Deportivo Alaves na Real Madrid came here 2:15 and Alaves and Valencia 4:30 and 7 PM Real Betis and Rayo Vallecano China Sunday about 12 na Girona and Las Palmas eswebeshia na Mallorca 2:15 China on Beba wabo na enu China 4:30 Atletico Madrid esu Sevilla ball na 7 PM China Barcelona be kwa way to Osasuna enu edia dawo yentwe Barcelona omu new third jersey omatima pound to man no se Barca jersey no fe papa enu no ma pound to man no eyo on say akwesi blue na black na Spotify no dead mu kama enu Barcelona omu third jersey for 2023-2024 season enu ma pound to man no pay ya don some edem no yanko one Laporta na so far nura na transfer deadline day na yenwura mnyanya adwuma na nsano mame fanto anim ese opema nkrofo be break criticize Barcelona team no ese one Laporta when poboni ni after World Cup kiss scandal na owura friend Luis Rubiales kisi Jennifer Hermoso no Barcelona ma bonti mekasa some Crawford pressure to Luis Rubiales as so on step down no Barca mekatwe omuso mo enkondam at no na nkrofo desuomo na eno wala Porta yantwata mana all confirm João Cancelo ni deal to Barcelona no from Man City a long term na try branch and no am to animo full time so as officially Barcelona at the deal no the proposal come Man City as some penampa João Cancelo et ma pem wala Porta and any Cancelo join on Facebook obenya videos in bia João Cancelo din no na se no all confirm the deal I'm a player fine na dem so pemo Barcelona stores João Cancelo jersey no me the 20 jersey number 2 and we be shem am Barcelona say no na opko Barca store and so maybe bia kama na no akire ntwa João Felix ono so no pay na say ni bi pay dana enra o free Atletico Madrid pemo Barcelona na obe sign on and so dasu come on wala Porta na yentwa sawie no born dana na no João Felix no born na dana pa sinkredem pa Sincreden and why yet man kama and no edge tower na good news in sa Barca sa place wo me your loan players o man for option to buy bia am fan shame and no edge tower yet mamom e wo edwuma no so na eno kire ntwa Laporta pictures woni João Felix and João Cancelo atmatwitwa no bi and dida so no na ma me ntwa no paya upemo Barcelona training na e come fast for players no e welcome João Felix and João Cancelo as usual omo ewo kam eno mbupo machi no omo bupo machi papa omo mama kwaba eno omo ayom no omo initiate omo into the Barcelona team eno ya data on Eric Garcia Barcelona player ono so ekolon wo Girona ano payen twam ono so Girona team no etimi emana kwaba abano ni players no etina wo trainer players no emana kwaba o twane anu na Eric Garcia alone eno wakopemo Girona ono so kopa dwuma demo na pemo Real Madrid Sevilla almost Mariano Diaz esu akwa kopiem eti ama Sevilla ho ena Mariano Diaz ekoba adwuma ama bia so fine eno edeba ye dimam Real Madrid ene Mariano Diaz oma confirm jama so Sevilla player na Real Madrid esu release video bi aba enu Bernabeu the new Bernabeu no ene ho no me Granada game no esu ebetima akwaso na yentwe Bernabeu stadium ni kakra enu no toni Facebook a enu ene daso kama stadium ni defe so mo waka mo Bernabeu baka ene ho no mo be bom inside Bernabeu no mo me feel inside ni kakra ni nyina no so mo sin there on be kata Bernabeu no on betima kata so e say na forecast from say na on game tam on no enso betima to e so mo kata so enu ede ba ede emamom na enu achi no kopem a ene game Madrid bebo no only player or a prominent player want me second Vinicius Junior we pra na Vinicius Junior Madrid game say wa mobia scoring rate no eya na form etimi decrease from 2.16 to 1.6 and no fro eba na Vinicius Junior the last 2 seasons on quite 34.9% of Madrid goals and we the Madrid de Alvaro Odrozoya so akwa koma Real Sociedad ho so pia o ma welcome back so no super boduma so at the amom and no at the dawa ye jam at the amom ye small Germany Bundesliga no na enwa Dortmund and head to him as April 2-2 and here is also total and game set total about 1-3 Leverkusen and Darmstadt babo and watch Hoffenheim 1-3 Wolfsburg babo and watch 4-30 Borussia Mönchengladbach and Bayern Munich as Ebabo Sunday 1-3 Frankfurt FC Cologne and Union Berlin as on RB Leipzig as so 3-30 and I'm Leipzig game no ebet mabaso na emra Bayern Munich so far almost summer transfer window no sika almost spend here my breakdown say any city 150 million euros eska Bayern Munich almost spending a breakdown in here to goalkeeper Van Daniel Perret 5 million euros and a Conrad Lima free Min Jai Kim na say Kim Min Jai no 45 million euros Harry Kane 100 million euros Rafael Guerrero no free almost so free mo no nyaska 173.25 million euros na so nyaska sene said almost spend the Jan Soma Jan kwa 6.75 million euros and watch Joseph Stanisic Ekolon Malik Tillman Ekolon Alexander Nobel also Kolon 1 million euros and watching Marcel Sabitzer Jan kwa 19 million euros Sasuna Arijan Ibrahimovic dini Kolon Sadio Mane ton 30 million euros a Brent run Gravenberch ton 40 million euros ma Liverpool and a Brent Johannes Eschenk or Cologne Benjamin Pavard some ton 30 million euros Lucas Hernandez 45 million euros and a Brantian Yefano Gabriel Vitovic see a loan and Woko and your Bamunchi na Yanka a Brantian Shao Paulina na Jao Paulina obakaya enra obepemo Munich na rawosam se boy mo fa video no mame abrano free Munich airport ekwa kopemo London no oben medical wiye eye media no manyina waso de Jesse a ben Jesse ni twitwa wodi twitwa wiye na akase contract ready obesan and a Fulham for from so many replacement no Prescott McTominay omo pe EPM Rosberg omanya esa kuko place awdo hom omo sentiment ka ntina so boy no sign echo back and I'm a brand show Palinga ne dodo Antman Koso and no at the tower the Emma or from Munich Airport London Park no Ben Ayabusa and we did Banapemo Bamunchina almost so far almost plans emergency plan deadline 10 ban almost fellow senator almost some red bag command Lyman or back up the Mama Zarawi nurse pay fine and then watching almost some center back academy talent beyond your friend Tariq Bachman also now a back up the Kim in China and our central midfielder Alexander Pavlovich also impressive Thomas Tuchel training to Rafael Guerrero Rebecca na Medford one or Metma Roma Bia so at me I come young Ramo EPL Memphis Liverpool finally almost a banter run Gravenberch from Liverpool Monfani video no man banner Liverpool players now and walk come on na pocket players na Mickey Bachelor me the entire players na school bag bo much no omo kwa mo fa fiewura so am kuntan bia o na we school bag na ebomache obepia mu Liverpool players no na welcome Brantia run Gravenberch someone akwaba along glass wa join Liverpool bobo ekonom we Liverpool player no e de dawa ye German na opiama no Luton Town etina ho ma West Ham United show mu 2-1 we say West Ham United so far Gerard Bowen as the first goal and a Kurt Zuma as we know second Brantia na fenon Gerard Bowen no wa be the first West Ham United player me patro consecutively what much away goes and prema akumiansa the last time we see 1930 1931 and a West Ham United nya play bia omo 3 away games otimi eshe goals say Gerard Bowen it might be Mohamed Kudus and on so 90 minutes and we bombe yi Lucas Paqueta esu free mu obetesi kakra the first game a win and Mohamed Kudus esu 8 minutes and a boy 11:30 Sheffield United and Everton Bona Burnley esu Tottenham 2 p.m. Chelsea Nottingham Forest 2 Man City Fulham 2 p.m. Brighton and Newcastle 4:30 and watch Sunday 1 p.m. Crystal Palace Wolves Liverpool Aston Villa and 1 p.m. Arsenal 3:30 Manchester United and Dean Henderson at the farewell message at the Manchester United fans now try a hateful message or Damoma Yente Kakra.
Now was the right time for me to go and hopefully maximise my potential. For me, sometimes it comes across in the wrong way. At times, my confidence and stuff, but the reality is I just don't want to look back on my career and think that I haven't reached my full potential, because that's something I really want to do. I'm driven to do that, and I'm very interested to see where that can take me.
And you Dean Henderson, the United Ayamano, and baby Abedun, where you are Muponia, and ye, and we are yet Sofian Amrabat, and Opayano be free, a Yopima, a Flores, Italy, Nasa Ukopima, O free air Florence, one on S, Wako, Aquacopim, S for Manchester, no Trama Bia, S for Etimi Ayakama, Nina said, yeah, or a Manchester United play a loan deal United for £8.5 million, now with option to buy 21.4 million pounds. Let's say be a kama and no real medical no Pisa Italy na one or Reverend Eric Ten Hag team command no join team no na be a kama na Mason Greenwood no and no deadline day o team APM or etima ye from Hatefe akwasan loan to Adamomo United betua more than 50% of the salary no on betua am Hatefe sweat my kama na momenta Hatefe fans no e kra for no mu say a branch na ababe mu player phone in the omne drum clubhouse no anymore omnya we no mu boss ye Mason Greenwood eswet ma balali kan be bodama Hatefe na omo president ye friend no Angel Torres Sanchez where gaga papa we free club no secretariat wo APA abana fans ni go anymore no mama me president no free dem wo APA no abra wo timidi Mason Greenwood buy na so bia okọ gaga do no waka bibi kakra eso e de akere fans no eno e de si ya ye jeja mu edamamo and the ultimate so na Divock Origi on so wa joining Nottingham Forest Bobo Kon on loan na so far with option to buy 4.5 million euros and a team for Nottingham Forest ebetua so motona na enye mandatory ese omopa option no also omutua no mofa no ne salary 100% Nottingham Forest and a message or the ma omuni.
Come on your rest. Hi Forest fans, Divock Origi here. Can't wait to join you at the City Ground.
And no Divock Origi na enwa Ibrahim Sangare so from a PSV so etimi adwane Nottingham Forest Boboko no 35 million euros package and on so etimi adwane here na Fulham United so Alex Iwobi on from Everton 5-year deal and almost sign edin buy na require the announcement in fa so edin announcement in ba kama e ma na ye fe no na daso na join on Facebook Nigeria brand Alex Iwobi why joining a team from Fulham and a biaso kama and no idea dawo aye de emam enne anopai e wo dwumade so na Fulham so at the sudden announcement about some former owner or chairman ye from Mohamed El Fayed on so wadan bonkum so what the 94 years and opani dia arepaya wetima film na brand ko yenwa molik ana memwie mamo nina so rama PSG and no so announce so the son of Colomani from Frankfurt 90 million euros na 5-year deal and was signed na Beckham fan video no to so ma me na nkrofo emfili komfa so announce no no na efe the ball no Emma Luis Enrique so am work am den efe Luis Enrique piae Edma Milan Skriniar so jam de mama kwa Asensio de mama no Ugarte and what ma Lucas Hernandez and what ma King in Lee and what ma Dembele and so jamo e dia koma e Kolomwani chase om new signings o my season we no and that video camera we piano jama we buy no na china we buy no that video camera and we dey ten na night Kolomwani spending o Paris mo me nhwa kakra na bibia ye kama o filia one fans no omo ji omo ni ma bibia eso eye kama eno e Kolomwani so far 2028 and contract oni 8 me no PSG e won be pa na wie ya was omo 90 million euros dima omo na brante demete and say so far e ya dey say o treatment to mo PSG or the treatment for few days answer no be chance a watimi achase na no problem o Marco Verratti when team anya training na no e dey ten na yam pachina 645 and a Lyon and no PSG bebo mu game no league amo and about 3 p.m. Brest and René bebo na mo na ko sine Lons about 7 p.m. not and Marseille about 1-1 and no e dey dawa ye dey emamo eso e wo dwumadi ni so na PM Sassuolo no ne Verona o twa no 3-1 e wo AC Milan abra Roma tena firma AC Milan e be show mo 2-1 Olivier Giroud onya penalty shot ma AC Milan na Rafael Leao e de ba ko ka ho Abante Leonardo Espinazola e chego ba ko ma Roma Ankwesiaga na Stefano Pioli abe the second Milan coach what manya 300 points e was Serie A no e jama Milan na Rafael Leao e din semi to ga for the performance no and in goal na was so far the good starter Tima ye fenom Milan etmenya
io mi aspettavo la palla più alta però perché io era già sul secondo palo poi la palla è arrivata sui miei piedi più bassa però i miei occhi era già sulla porta quindi secondo me è un movimento di istinto sì è sempre un momento bello perché loro sono nostri.
Okay, I know Eddie Dawa ye di mamo e odwumade na ye di pensam si brenko ma unsa sarbodo e crowd na mom Luka Jovic as message no anu de ne fafafa ne ora Michael Sarbodo transfers no ye be review ni nyina obewuram enu de si ye ene kwan fa so a ebi e broker mu deal de ebi de cross be dru ye entima so ni nyina no obewuram eso Eddie amaye na mamemfa birthday special no enwuram eso emfa emam na Ricardo mo de toso a na se matima ye na bibia eso atimi aye kama e2 intimo fa ntoso mame na bibia enye kama we eye yankasa ye cleaner ofia e fe ne Betty aka Akufu Ado Betty we ni production no o say na danfo pa opena sema o dana kwa oton TV sine no ma wo adum ye fe ne gangster pora ay Betty wadanfo ni din no so no wadanfo ana wafa no gangster pora na yentwa mian kasa ma de nyina Henry Kwaku Buachi Junior beposo na wo kwaman beposo nsuta kwaman na wo kwaman krom wan kasa wo maame ye fe ni Jacqueline Adubi auton aduane wo kwaman station wo ene abusua ni nyina Esther mu nyina na mian kasa mema happy birthday ready Sompa na nyiniche na we BC you know your bon person resource no beba na ye kama na wadisua na said open no etima to aso e dia ma Michael Asare Bodu good morning
Bibi aye
edidam
okay
enti ano sa edidam e kan wo soko
ye yi ni
1-1 asete o se ato
anse me kana fire
boys omonama so you know mo connect na betima ko jano to won se ne saka na match na aka che Kwaku osoko match so assetama no that can you mispa
na o tie pa
oh I said they were experience kaka
yes o kwa out na
o de mo nyame sa
etika o ye bofo a ka o utuo etimi kummu apa because o kwa higher o the number fee was the way I was in nim terms and say when you be say I set him up as a one has a crown why do any pay on
ya ni jemu sa ni ntina Sompa ye say the program be a friend or doso mi mu no
so mi mu
ti duru a they be very interesting say o da bed so na no do for down na mu feel show no
okay
na mu tie relationship mu the Obama relationships itimi last day.
Okay.
Ubo bi ho ka, de ma e carbon enye kwa. De e was e ka kire obi o relationship mu, ade e fa ni serious, de ni kwa se fa ni serious. Ade o so ye ma wodofo, de ni kwa se wo ye. E na Sompa de sa program ne ba. Ya wade di enim ya na e sha ase. Anwumre no ndu, kosi anadwo dum no 10 p.m. to 12. Anadwo ne beba so. Eduro obi antie na relationship no enye kama. Said be ya edebia no unkoja obi ma no nkofa na match wo so kwa na so set me aka bi
exactly na o say your friend say
odo so me mu
wo say me so me chairman esi edu Facebook live ne your friend so me ha na so me ha
me nka bi o
ne so say ya ne e de wo be see Facebook
wo say your friend say the one ne be ne friend say
so me ha
da bi the one ne be say Facebook your friend say
chairman esi edu
aka the punch man I'm friend the punch man
na odo so me mu asem nya wo ken me were 2 cases baby I said them on
okay
Baku ejai eye nigel
Sompa Sports
ono pe kanzo see e ka kanzo out ase
no
yes jollof kanzo no pe na omo no a jollof na se jollof na de chase nti oba na tete adwane na wie na aka kanzo no na onim sa de chi na oba rere na de na ono de ahwe ne ha fa oba ye oba na hwe nsu egum ojai no yeah ojai no
no probana jane dada
Debi Luta
no probana jane
say
emu ase keke
enya mo jollof ase
keke ade ache so
yeah say jollof na say jollof ade che so anede
I mean pa
enti
ande me kwa me pe ye yema me mo de nsawa akese no
ede
ehihim
solid enti ono de asi wo say nka ade che a na wa be operation no ade che ye na onua wie wa brush wa ye bibie wie o baby adis wo bie so oba ne de nsu egum na say eno ano no kana na odija no
na say nko so obo ba na mane
ba ko so onim de asi
dabi
omote air conditioner eye car no air conditioner ma so esi so ntiemu aye chilled na omoko park wo eye more bi say be ma na kwa akoto drinks ni we bi aba omo coffee na oba no sebe oyi mframa kakra
obadi yimframa
so
that's what time
oba no waka ni
no time
ana be ma no ko nti ni we yimframa kakra eche be ma be bie car ya car no
emu bon yi
sent wom na sesa na obi so oba na sesa na why say no si there bi no so ti ade ni din ye we no say oba sa on ka no kre and odija no
that's what time ye jawo
exactly in these 2 cases we say odo so me mu na sha se a me de bebro no mo nka
anu odi no
ba ko ye kanzo na ba ko se oyi mframa ba wandi no kre
but oba no partner ne nam e na bema no kra mu se na nkini kwa so obisa because sasa bi wanyini ntu ba na mframa na asesa no no mo nyina o mo pema na jawo mo dada
oh yeah sure
o mpo mo jawo mo dada
okay nti ye hwe de ba ko se luta enra anwumre na eyamunga mu clubs dodo na omani abre se omo pe omo so ne omo de ana clubs ni bi so wo ha na omo pe players ni bi kra pa mo fi clubs nim because no omo hia omo ene omo abobra enti ni efe na transfer deadline day na transfer deadline day ni dura na akoye se ohwimbre no woda pe ade anyoma bebre enso ebe fa wase na ye ne ya na yetna ho ekeka bo mu ba ko mienu miensa ni nyina ne se esefata se ena no pa ebegina ha yeso ye beto nsem ne de amane omo hwe ne omo tie na omo sonya omo so ene omo chefa enti ye bai ha no pe a summary of the 2023-2024 summer transfer window ana yaka bo mu a ye de eba betudwa overall say your co-screen is what on my the full screen. Yeah, deal say a complete year no 1,463. 1,463.
Many players here move here.
Exactly.
From club way to another club.
Exactly. Okay. 1,463. The total value of transfers during this period also 5.7 billion pounds. 5.7 billion pounds. Now say clubs no sika gumu pa. Now the transfer cost during the summer transfer window is here on the 14th of August 2023. And the transfer of Moises Caicedo from Brighton and Hove Albion to Chelsea for a fee of 115 million pounds. Into way and the most expensive transfer for a year 2023-2024. The next most expensive, Declan Rice. And also from West Ham United to Arsenal for £105 million. Let's stick to the full screen. And also happen here on the 15th of July 2023. So Declan Rice, and so you're captured here. Then in comes Harry Kane. Harry Kane, so on the 12th of August 2023, and the transfer from Tottenham to Bayern Munich, so you confirmed that Kane, is also rated and are valued £100 million. And this was Real Madrid for Jude Bellingham, 88.5. Neymar from Paris Saint-Germain to Al Hilal, Omowa Saudi Arabia, £86.3 million. Josko Guardiola from Leipzig in Germany to Manchester City, and also £77.6 million. Randall Kolo Muani, we will say we in a story. Kolo Muani from Eintracht Frankfurt to Paris Saint-Germain, and also £64.3 million. Rasmus Højlund, Dodona Freno, a year was Manchester City or Erling Haaland. Anna, my phone is for Højlund.
Okay.
Into almost the mobile app version of Haaland. There's a Haaland, no, a computer version, software, no. Anna, mobile app, there, no, a Rasmus Højlund, Manchester United striker, and also for £64 million. And I think you behu Højlund actually, Abra Arsenal and Man U board this particular weekend. Oba inu we prakakra. According to Eric Ten Hag, is available. Obetimi Siakan and so Eddie Amomo. Dominic Zoboslai and so £60 million. Kai Havertz £60 million. Jeremy Doku £55.5. Mason Mount £55 million. And Sandro Tonali £55 million. And to weigh some of the expensive buys and also cost. So now you're no league by league specific. And you call the English Premier League name. Na ya hwese ne nyoma no enso esi ekoye transfers in relation to clubs. On the part of Arsenal making good business in terms of more transfer dealings. Into your transfers in and then transfers out. Okay. Declan Rice eba Arsenal. The same applies to Kai Havertz. Declan Rice, Kai Havertz, Okaboma £165 million. For Julian Timber Kahon, £38.5 million. Or the 165 one. Otra £200 million. Then almost signed David Raya on loan fee, now around £2 million. Then Nicolas Pepe also returning to the club after the loan. And so these are the transfers out for Arsenal. Folarin Balogun Echo Monaco for £34 million. Granit Xhaka £21.5 million. Or by Leverkusen. Matt Turner, a goalkeeper, or Nottingham Forest for £10 million. Austin Trusty, or a defender, Arsenal Tono, and Nama Sheffield United for £5 million. Pablo Mari, and so Omatone de Mama, a Monza in Italy for £4.3 million. Rob Holden Echo for £4 million. Albert Sambi Lokonga Echo loan to Luton Town, and Omar Rekich, a defender, Melon in a call, a Wigan Athletic, Ata Okonko, Nathan Butler, Oyedeji, Nuno Tavares, Kieran Tierney, and Tyrese Jean Jules Omuinano. Their Arsenal have allowed them to leave the club in a loan capacity. And this is the business of Arsenal. And if an deal Mudru, it has added to their squad depth, boosted the options for Mikel Arteta, and a man of the flexibility. The flexibility here refers to the fact that Otimis is the shape of the team for every game and even during in-game situations. So flexibility in the day, a man for be brainy at 10 yards and say, Oma Kai Havertz ebo, na Thomas Partey ebo right back. And because of these buys, and Arteta etimia esa ejumano from Arsenal, Yenche na yenko yenim to Chelsea. Chelsea making moves for Moises Caicedo, Romeo Lavia, Christopher Nkunku was already agreed, but a part of this summer, Cole Palmer, Axel Disasi, Nicholas Jackson, Robert Sanchez, Leslie Ugochukwu, David Washington, Angelo Gabriel, Dorje Petrovic, Ish Samuels Smith, Callum Hudson-Odoi, Okolo and Tomodiano, Sana Shisheno, Esietier, Diego Moreira also joining free from Benfica. And these are some of the deals Chelsea and so etimi emeki. Now look at Kabomwa. Chelsea transfer dealings no at 250 million pounds for this particular summer transfer window.
Okay.
And then players will join Momo the Ojiska or Momo loan. Chelsea allowed Kai Havertz to leave for 60 million pounds, Mason Mount for 55 million pounds, Mateo Kovacic for 25 million pounds, Kalidou Koulibaly for 20 million pounds, Christian Pulisic for 17.1 million pounds, Edouard Mendy for 60 million pounds, Loftus-Cheek Ruben for 15 million pounds, Ethan Ampadu for 7 million pounds, Callum Hudson-Odoi 5 million pounds. Into where players at Chelsea torn your edgiska and Omuamukolo no and also Twaso. So there was massive incomings and outgoings on the part of Chelsea.
Okay.
Now what this means is that Chelsea entered the transfer window with 3 objectives. Planning for now, planning for the future. And no the pillars as our 3 objectives. In planning for now, the objective 1 was to move players away. Not Chelsea player list no Dawson. Not squad ne so unbalanced. And to reduce the squad list, Chelsea players ni bebre momokoye. And na on list no Dawson sa. Then also in planning for now, they also needed to bring players who fit the profile in terms of model no person or running. And it included a midfield upgrade. And to midfield upgrade, no, they brought on board 1, Romeo Lavia, 2, Moises Caicedo, as part of the players on Besha midfield Nemokena. They are seen as straight up. They will enter into the first team. There was Leslie Ugochukwu and also Ekanhubi. So these are the businesses Chelsea did. Then now, in terms of outgoings, and then now in terms of incomings, then also planning for the future. In Tubenwa, Chelsea taught Enkwada Bebre. It was to give them enough, and I say, maybe stockpiling.
Okay.
In stockpiling, Nessa Utata Nyomaso, and Tiwatata Sudieguo. Sani Ebeya Dachibino, and Hochre Chelsea can fall on any of these youngsters to use in their first team. And then aside that, say Nkwadani Bisuya available Obetimia Towenyeska, they will also want to cash in on that. So Chelsea want to run a football model where one they compete in terms of playing and then also be able to sell players and make money. And that was the main reasons in here. Omutimi making most of these deals. Abuana and why for most of Chelsea signings, the future that will tell. But particularly for signings like Romeo Lavia, Moises Caicedo, players at Chelsea for say instantly. Omoba be peja Chelsea ball bono na edine drum pempen so fro. Obi say Axel Disasi. He was brought in as an additional centre back to cover for injuries now. Now the already available Chelsea centre backs no air suffer. Ebi they say Wesley Fofana. So Axel Disasi no air right centre back, Wesley Fofana right centre back. So maybe Drew na Fofana injury history no repeating itself be one. They can fall on the Sassi to play. Into no buy and instantly. Honestly, when you be boy him. Nicholas Jackson seen as 1 for now and 1 for the future. Or buy no on also airball. But the biggest shock was missing out on Nkunku before the season started because of injury. Chelsea and so Enyaye.
So Mickey Musa per the signings are Chelsea aye. And no more job Sompa. If Chelsea Pochettino fails to win a major trophy this season, is he a failure?
Now in major trophies, it means that Chelsea embark Europe this season. So the Champions League is out. Major trophies, it then limits to the FA Cup and then the Premier League. The Carabao Cup not really seen as a major trophy. Good. In the FA Cup, they will compete against domestic rivals. Are Chelsea in a position to challenge domestic rivals no more Ronana? In this case, I mean, in terms of ranking the teams per last season table, no, Man City, Arsenal, then near the Manchester United Newcastle Liverpool will be in there. Other teams are my Bodini now. In terms of how am I building a team up to that level, no, or more was Chelsea.
Okay.
Newcastle have built their team to a level where more extra Chelsea, no. The same applies to Man U. The same applies to AS City. The same applies to Arsenal. But have Chelsea caught up enough? Yes. So last season, that Chelsea was 14%. CCN were fro about 55% because of the transfer business.
Okay.
And first, the gap between Man City and Chelsea, 8 year. Now Chelsea are closing gap to bear 40. Okay. So it means they are in a position to compete.
But and yet, can I say, I was say instantly Timmy Crew.
There should be something that shows that you are challenging.
Okay.
Once last season, Chelsea were not challenging; they were playing. That needs to change because you have made progress. And also, now I draw closer to trying to wrestle a title and that trophy, from Omo Kukuda Mombe Timiaje. So in Chelsea's case, yes, they must challenge. But what are their chances? Slim when compared to the already established one. Because City's chance of winning the FA Cup will be somewhere between 60% to 70%. Chelsea's chances of winning the FA Cup will be 20%, 30%. So gap room, but still you must challenge. And that is why Mauricio Pochettino, in as much as Omuji is all building, there will be that pressure on him to deliver at least a trophy at the end of the season. Ten Hag be a bottom time, a bottom confidence, and then a bottom faith on the part of the supporters. Say Pochettino to me be sana, a man supporters no so tears here, no munya botremana, nyoma ebe konkan, and so Eddie Amano. Away from Chelsea to Manchester City, and before I even move on, they are the best teamer. And the team are the best transfer business during this window.
Sir.
Yes. And I will explain why. Chelsea at all, Arsenal at all, Liverpool at all, but the most strategic who say the move, like for like replacement, but even as also guarantee the future was that of City. Players on Mutoine, Josko Guardiola, Jeremy Doku, Mateus Nunes, Mateo Kovacic. These are the main businesses. Manchester City, Cole Palmer, Riyad Mahrez, Aymeric Laporte, James Trafford, Charles, and then Carlos Borges, Slobodan Tedic, João Cancelo, James McCarthy. Every City team name. Now let's do this. Josko Guardiola, the name by say Omrambe a replacement for mine. Aymeric Laporte.
Okay.
Laporte any impact was City team name last season, never form. So he wasn't really a consistent player because Netanyahu is already playing. And to position now a sign Guardiola so Omrambe Bono. Netanyahu had filled in that void and is already playing. Although say Guardiola is swaba on Netanyahu is abo matches this season. So City lost a player on Shadanye integral to the success last season, and they've brought on one of the best left-footed centre backs now in the game.
Okay.
Clubs like Real Madrid, Chelsea, almost all the big clubs have shown interest to an extent in advantage against Josko Guardiola. So Guardiola Bano, City have got a young, promising centre back, also with the ability to bet as a left back. Adia Laporte into Minye. And then they have him for the next 6 years if injuries are permitted. So he's going to be consistent. It was something Laporte could not guarantee. So a good business. Now, also Jeremy Doku, Riyad Mahrez Kwine. Are City going to be affected by the departure of Mahrez? No.
Ade.
Good. Smartly, Pep Elemete Mahrez in minute and in the impact and the influence for City team.
Yeah.
Until last season, not on time money baby. Bernardo Silva is now the rightful occupant of City or more right wing. Until Silva and the ball right wing, then he appeal be or deputize it, and Mahrez had to climb from the bench. Or an experienced player, the Mahrez Bayer were England BRYE, and he crowned it off by winning the Champions League. It is a world tournament. Now we have 30 million pounds. It makes sense. Then you add 25 million pounds the account Akofa, another brilliant young right winger. Over enough time to develop the ball, and that is Jeremy Doku. Okay. So in essence, City tier 25.5 million pounds to replace Mahrez by signing Doku. Doku betimi
that's 55.5.
Yeah, but say or the 30, Mahrez 30.
Okay.
And 23 25.5.
The other force so call,
Exactly.
Okay.
And they have invested into the future by not spending that much. And Doku was excellent resale value. About City in 3 years, 4 years, not big team biapa. 1 ton of crown, about 80 million.
Oh yes.
So a good business on their part. Matheus Nunes, there were issues with Kevin De Bruyne. The injury history anyway, so City needed a quick fix. Quick fix, no, they no person. They need somebody who understands the Premier League, and then somebody who can slot in quickly and understand the FA. They have Matheus Nunes to do that job for them. And to help City in terms of a midfield rebuild. Then Mateo Kovacic replacing OK Gundogan. Gundogan called for free. Another experienced player with a clear understanding of how the Premier League operates. And the perpetual free Gundogan, he has the ability to obey me. So City lost players, but smartly they were able to find strategic buys and guarantee them a stay at the top in terms of almost squad, and then the chances of winning top trophy. So to me, I'm not winning transfer window,
Okay.
Strategic buys, and it makes a lot of sense. Manchester United, this is what I think. United, and to me, and you should transfer window way ye. Last season, they did good business, and then they had a good season relatively. And Tinanka was at this summer, a page from Mpempensuobi, and drew another level. Menyosa said last summer, see bisa Manchester United fan bia before say window never be bia. So ubenya Casemiro beje di sanko ubenya.
Yes.
United's priority last summer had always been Frankie de Jong. Oh yeah, Frankie de Jong, de Jong. But when Casemiro became available, he was an instant impact. And I'm saying this with no shred of doubt. Personally, I'm going to tweet here. Said the best midfield business at Manchester United are to me in the last 10 years is Bruno Fernandes.
Sir.
Yeah.
Jen, I'll share in Kasa.
Impact, commitment, overall contribution. Casemiro is just 1 year, but I'm looking at consistency. Bruno Fernandes has consistently been Manchester United almost best midfielder ever since we joined the club.
Okay.
And as also it means that United's midfield rebuild has not been solid.
Sir.
Oh, that's what I thought along the stretch. What midfielders pan? Fred Abba, Donny van de Beek Mwaba, and here the Mekai in the Menimi. So if you are adding to your midfield now, Ufri Bruno Fernandes and Casemiro, your next midfield acquisition should be somebody who takes you to the next level. And I think United did not. One, Mason Mount. Good. Now Mason Mount acquisition, no, £55 million with that same amount of money could have gotten United a better midfielder to do a Juma Ten Hag Pesoye.
How do any firm anka beat is wine and they are available?
One. Now we can't show Paulina.
Yeah, from
Matheus Nunes, yeah. Matheus Nunes and then Bruno Fernandes won fin. Oh, we are Portugal for would have been solid.
The Ebasana na Manchester United almost scouting system no problem on.
No, maybe I don't know. I think that United personally as a club in terms of transfer strategy, it needs to be redefined.
Okay.
Because I saw Omoko Omenim Bako. No me to anamo be mienu abechire. This was the perfect summer for United to invest and get quality to take their squad up there. One, almost sign a striker, Rasmus Højlund. Højlund is an improving talent.
I think no be
or your potential. Enti born na nkasa no. Afei na oba be kire ne mobre. Now United baby omedru no. Do they really need that? One, Chelsea here BB sir, no problem. Because Chelsea team no see amount for do energy this omasa. But oh dear no, you made another entry and an appearance in the Champions League slot. Waje trophy, a new coach. Into wo fro akowenim. So what do? You pursue bigger targets. Pep Guardiola to nenum to can say. The Manchester United impo eba somo Pejao Cancelo obeja na manako. United needed a left back cover. Cancelo was available. Why no Mokofa? There was Raskukune way. Eventually they fell on Sergio Reguilon. So United transfer strategy, to me, a bit problematic and too clumsy. If it can be redefined, I think it's a better club. No, but so far, our business ni Rasmus Højlund, Mason Mount, Andre Onana, a very good business. And Omaye, and Omanya Alte by and there from Fenerbahce, another goalkeeper, Sofiane Amrabat. There is a big question mark around this. But I mean, can't once and be or started by Sergio Reguilon, And also mentioned the engine in this. Then Johnny Evans has joined on a free. So this summer transfer window, so a big team no more England no. Omo me de Bema United.
Sir, upon arrivals we agree.
They needed to move players, true or false?
True.
Now United fan behind the Dias when they say Harry Maguire Obeko. Scott McTominay say Empena Obeko. They are still part of a club now. They are still paying them top money. But they are not integral members. Players are United, yeah, but I mean, yes, say United fan be able to be the say sinebo. I can say where a player what bad year or the year about the G League. So I think they did not make the most of a transfer window, and I'm quite found. So if big teams no may rate here, I think United, you know, and I made a chat tour. Then Liverpool also added midfielders because they lost midfielders. Fabinho caught, Jordan Henderson caught. Now when they were leaving, they also decided to add midfield rebuilds. Dominic Szoboszlai, Alexis McAllister, Ryan Gravenberch, Wataru Endo. Until Liverpool ejumo ye ni nano e But interestingly, the omohwe and the omunyaye. I say omo nya ne pepepe sa.
Hene kababa.
Good. Wataru Endo was not Liverpool's primary target. Nankeye Caicedo Mone Romeo Lavia as a defensive midfield addition. Caicedo Amba, Romeo Lavia Amba. So they have to settle for, let's say, number 4 on their list, and that is Wataru Endo. And it's not to me say Wabano own to me mobile no. But and yet the old na onya nti my fan is signing.
Okay.
Oh, my fan is good. Ryan Gravenberch, interior. Alexis McAllister, interior. Dominic Szoboszlai, interior. Meka interior na. Omo ye midfielders na. Omo njina mfimfim bebreba. Omo wo intenten wa ho na. Bomo bo and not as wingers but as midfielders. Omo ye excellent at that. I think that pursuing of Ryan Gravenberch, no. Sanka Liverpool back off for no, they should have just stuck to Alexis McAllister. But maybe they said they are adding up to their midfield for the future. And they mean to mean But players are one in no. They mean what did you pass instantly? Open more the Omoye McAllister Szoboszlai. Gravenberch a future. Or here time. One I saw now one mature and we no the call Bayern. Bayern so what's not bench not really used mostly. Until he has become a bit rusty. Obey here time. And Sana with me get it back to the feet. Then even the Liverpool followers has said the potential and to me didn't draw. And Sana must start to realize it. For Wataru Endo, there is always a certain asterisk that Asian players are or midfielders, especially when they come to play in the Premier League. So not really much to expect from that. I think they know England, Nana. I think that it will help us complete England, but that's how much the Premier League was able to spend during the entire window. No, and they said Nyoma and Swesiko and Moises Caicedo was the top. Emma Bibia Ekonim. Yanko Serie A. And in the Serie A, the transfers by clubs, I think it will help us here to better understand and then illustrate the obey to me here to Inter Milan. Inter Benjamin Pavard. He is their basically a most expensive player motoye. Then Waba Christian Aslani, Jan Besek, Jan Soma, Francesco Acerbi, David Klaassen, Alexis Sanchez, Marco Arnautovic, Carlos Augusto, Emil Odero, Juan Cuadrado, Rafael De Gennaro, Davide Fratesi, Marcos Thuram. Inter made a lot of signings, but don't want any free. Free, and a strategic pair or market demands now.
Okay.
Or need to come spend this. So they need to be strategic in how they approach this. And Kasikawa, Ka Inter would have paid outright for Lukaku Nankuenyano. Ka Onkonko pre Marco Arnautovic at the end. But these are players you also expect instantly they will improve you. Alexis Sanchez, Marco Arnautovic, more league experience. Sanchez Claudiano. Ono our internal experience because enche no free hokoma. So he returns and gives you that instant players ben no lose here. They lost Dzeko, they lost Joachim Correa, and they lost Lukaku. Lukaku no ball Inter last season was not the same Lukaku no the Omoji League. People often confuse this. None form ne swate. So they, in effect, the best striker for Inter was retained, and it's their biggest transfer business. Saudi for by for Lautaro Martinez, player Nankasa Sionko. That single act alone, the best for Inter mo transfer. Come lusu Lautaro Martinez. Anka see omo project nitra sekura, but now they are able to bank their hopes on him and then add additions. Be they said Thuram, Onotovic, Alexis Sanchez, and I think a good for the attack. In midfield, the Fratesi Aba. Fratesi was one of the best young midfielders in the league last season, especially playing for Sassuolo. Now, all the Sassuolo player way back what he does is that or improve midfield. One, Inter did not lose most of their midfielders available. They are called, they are no called Saudi Arabia, the Croat. We'll get his name here. Simple crowd. Marcelo Brozovic. And to Brozovic, Hoko. But they are getting Davide Fratesi. Good business. Mkhitaryan. Oh, this Italian boy, Liverpool, a problem. They insisted that he was not for sale. Oh, this young midfielder, box to box midfielder, Eddie will be team about Nicolo Barella. So they have retained a core of a midfield base, and then that is positive news for them. If you add Davide Fratesi, it takes you to another level. Then in defense, Skriniar, never Hosea Denya Milan Skriniar Beko. Onana, Oko. But Ulusu Onana now Yansoma, you get equally another good goalkeeper to fill in that void. So Inter, and yes, so much good of a business for them. But almost no more year, and more timber from Bebre. And they were able to manage the sales as a kind of money free mono to run their business, and I think it was positive on their part. From Inter to AC Milan, and AC Milan to me, the best team and our team the best business in the league for the big teams in the Italian Serie A. One, they sold Sandro Tonali for £55 million. Lorenzo Colombo, Ante Rebic, Muina de Musika. But in selling one player, they were able to invest into other departments of the team, plus they are already available transfer money and no more. And the F1 says some money no more transfers, you can get 60 million. So Oton Tonali 55 can one. And Pedio Musikane they call 115 million. I don't know Denya Samuel Chukwueze. I don't know Denya Christian Pulisic. These two players instantly improves the right side of AC Milan or more wings. It was a problem for them. So in Posenka Tonali wo team ni more, they will still have needed to fill those that space. I was saying Mukina. Even with Tonali, Milan needed midfielders to help. And Omoton Tolani, they have gotten Tejani Reinders, Omenya Yunus Musa, and then Omenya Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Tonali Nimbobo. But Menyesha said Onimbobo if you combine three players here, Mabobo Mudino. So they lost quality, but they have gotten quantity who are also quality with the Sandro Tonali business. Then no car for Muyinaba support Marco Pellegrino, Omenya Luka Jovic on loan. Omuyinano will come and add to AC Milan team. So they have used one window to strengthen almost every department of their team: defense, midfield, attack, and the Peja Milan from 70 to 90%. Okay. Anything that anyone wants a season started, new player be omokoto ani ba biano or bo, and they all will be also or demonstrate so quality.
Yeah. And I was okay with Ruben Loftus-Cheek.
Good. Tejani Reinders. He looks like on the team now for more than a year. Christian Pulisic slotting in nicely. So Milan did the best business during this transfer period. I think I was here about Maba. So for Juve, they had to move between Lukaku. But I think for them, the best business will be Timothy Weah. Say but already so not much expected from the Juve end, and hopefully a bomb pie senior ebetimi akoye and so Eddie Amomo. And then Roma did good business, but wrong timing.
Sir.
Yes.
Arrival and then
players are Roma one. Enough to win them the Scudetto.
Sir.
Yes.
No matter say from boy.
It's because of timing. Coach need here players where to train with them, try them during preseason. then omura season ni mu a coach ne omadwen ni na fa na bibia koye di amomo. Leandro Paredes returned to the club. Romelu Lukaku loan. Sada Azmoun loan or a striker from Bayer Leverkusen. Renato Sanchez midfielder loan. Rasmus Christensen loan from Leeds United. Diego Llorente Oma extending loan. Ivan Indika defender Oma Kofani free. Hussein Maua Oma Fani free. Now Roma and Spendisi Kabe Bresa, but they have gotten quality players. But only question mark Dabi. Quality players no many no. Omo injury prone. And I'm saying time and then you know. Renato Sanchez or buy we pra.
Sompa Sports.
Good. Hussein Maua and Omo Bonano Pride no frame. And the two midfielders who improve your team, they are not reliable because omo are fragile, omo injury record nenye. But these are quality players who totally transforms the Roma attack and midfield. Imagine Lukaku Dybala, imagine Paredes, imagine Jose Maua, and then Lorenzo Pellegrini, omo captain no, plus maybe a defensive midfielder bia, Brian Cristante. So Roma have assembled quality, but time I Lukaku buy them, Nyasha said or training 2 times crowd with Roma. Lukaku did not have the best of prisoners. Same way Makamun Tron year and tour. Lukaku no, when he's physically fit and then properly conditioned, you get the best out of him. Now say Lukaku in your training Papa Bia forget no better. And he did not have that because no training alone at Chelsea, and even before so joining Chelsea, now OV.
Sompa Sports.
So the timing for Roma signings, no, and any idea here video munya. By the time of Ube Sojano, not the rest no or match him, and they only have to play catch up and then fight for a Champions League spot. And that is the business of Roma. Napoli, the biggest business was in keeping Victor Osimhen. Yoma Bebre ansesa with the Napoli team one. You bet me I can't once and Bebre, and then they also lost Kim Min-jae. Oh no, quiet. But if other players are they feel are good enough to justify, and minim question beyond the Serie A and something I call a La Liga and Germany near the area.
But maybe also na ya to so Eddie ama name mama MT for muti dwumadi ne ehu se and na de Game Park Limited for say control say on person so unye sika na sabi osu timi ema nkrofo down bi nya da bia na be sresre free nkrofo ho enu ti de obeye nie ofa phone ofa laptop ana say gadgets awo bia no eno no say obe download sadiam de betu anim the Game Park games ni bi o Play Store ana say wo call on website www.gameparkgames.com and I will dial star 946# network bia so a dom ye ni so ta hwa adum TV a no pa bia 9 a.m. we are 12 noon and then 6 p.m. I dare say omutimi ebobo numbers you so draw ne ba na numbers ne say oh 4 numbers are if you kumoma ope from 0 to 9 from 0 to 9 no say omobobo na say base boom what sika bebre wabrabo asesa wo sebre wabe iskani enunti fa nwuram na bibia so enkoye so emfama enunti Game Park for say enkancho so wuni 18 years enya ade say obetima ye bi amna koye eso de ama sa so na mame emati for nti say no kreni nyame anim nie enche drinks na abadwama so say enkrofo fi say ebeto ape enkrofo fi say omo pebio mu nya no be brase aba a miso fruit drink a drinks a free fruit ni aso no so mu di aye unya bi no ebebo apa nya bi no program biase say nkramofo program Christopher program absonsonfo program adamusafo program drink ne ba akope miso fruit drink okwa ayaresabia ayarefo nom apemfo nom omo a omo ye nkwada nkwakurafo mruafo obia no bia any side effect bia enuntimansa ka miso fruit drink yo misa 5G eno so bia ye adwuma akra bia no abre wona nte kakra na obre ene noma bebre bia eha nipadua no unya misa 5G a ebebo apa enunti de midu wadansa kanfo no se opere do so potu akoton ba bia obia no pese ye bre obi ma woto a eno an se ofre number me de betu dwai number no ye 0244 0246 270221 0246 270221 and I do chiremo manager Daniel or Kumasi overseas 21st clinic and I say be kind supermarket sister sewa owo abawa post office Kumasi Anumanje anase Mama Esther ewo Atom Royal Ventures Kumasi Udu Baptist University wo buakwa na otra kakra bi a ho na be ho no ene OPNC Ventures o Anumanje Taxi Station wo ne Charity Hospital Junction ni dia nhwe ena yesa na Search Enterprise ono wasafo abinchi VIP car park no hope ena be ho no fere mo so 0246270221 and abituma fre na Search Enterprise for 0558 106348 and Okwaku Company Limited Okoforudua Eastern Region Frekwaku Eastern Region Mamon Patamu Nyan for no number iso 0243 329414 0243 329414 na ofra bibia kama eso edama na ba in Rome Hotel Kumasi Swame baby asumpe omia also per Kinju Enterprise the number is 0263 752954 ofra obejoso 0263 752944 ofra obejoso na bibia ye kama saso ena eba akope and Mickey wadaro ma oba homeso kakra ma me na makọ akodi mi nkomo ni mi mayi bi aba efise no kwani nyame anim nie abaso ba ena magiapaye ena no kwani nyame anim nie ene nsuo no toto no yade na ba en wanya adupa anoma bakwa no aduro bi asa akofa yade kura de ato ho so enu nti eduro abadwama so a obia no bia odi mu adanse ena okọ pharmacy okọ eba shops a obia eka mami bi mami sa droi na menim se begeme na me nom bi no atum yade ase no eye adura fa ni dimpa gasto mesha ene o dimpa mensu plus dimpa heba mesha na medical dun adanse de akiro na Dr. Felix Aba onu anka se be kire ba bia benya bi ato ene de eyema ni padua no dog me ba good morning.
Good morning.
Na no kre honamu boko de
Yankopon adom me hoye pa
Nature Medics Company yama mumoni adwuma Yankopon nsira mo samo amanke be de nie ene mama yade dodo na edwane mama yade dodo na ejra because of menso plus eba ene ma omubu omunsa muja no eba kama oba bi wanka be boso mensa na omuni nsa da ene ni nyina atwa obi kura date ni nsisi so ma no saso ena ne osa ayem kuro sa ha nkrofo ani esu gasto ni baaye gasto misa no ene osa yem kuro nyina ekuma man nkrofo timi didi krofa ye kama obo kura na nanum nya ne de malaria me nan sen edonwa na aseme ya afie ne ma ye boho me baaye ya minya eye dimpa eba misa ni bi no hwema no den podi sum ho so ye benya bi wo he na ato na dia biom na saye mani padua na Dr. Felix
yo menua me da see pa me da wa no ase edin kan ma menchia wahwefo no watiefo nyina na eye gasto mixture no eye yefunu yade aduro gasto mixture eye yefunu yade aduro so wo yefunu ena ye wo ya no maduro efe ne se gasto mixture so wo yefunu emu wo wo no maduro efe ne se gasto mixture wo yefunu emu hyehyew aduane tomu na emu hyehyew unya aduro efe ne se gasto mixture ibi na wono no ma be yi sa wo haw no e de afri wo de amount 10 so wo hwe mi so wo bo ena ya na hyehyew aduane ne bob fa minim sa ba wanu ma ye se battery nsuo no unya aduro efe ne se gasto mixture ibi na wono ma be yi sa wo haw no e de afri wo e de amount so ya wo bo na ya na funu na ja wo fie no maduro efe ne se gasto mixture na enyi sa wo haw no emfa mfri wo emfa emao so wo de numpo eyese oyam na ehwie na wonya gasto mixture ibi na wono no a ebeboa wo yie pa
Sompa Sports
and into gasto mixture de eye wo yafunu yade aduro mapa ye kasa gasto mixture no wade so se eye wo yafunu yade aduro mapa na wona owo ulcer no wakwayaresa bia mi aka che wo se ulcer e wo yafunu no mu ulcer e wo wonsunu no mu eye ekuru aba beda yafunu no mu anasa wonsunu no mu na ekuru aba bedam so wonya gasto mixture ibi na wono no ma beboa wo yie pa empem bebre no wona ya na owo yare ulcer no enoma ennan na ya na ekoditia wo mo enoma ennan na ekoditia wo mo ne senti ne ya design aduro efense gasto mixture se emra mehwe sa enoma 9 ne ntoto enoma 9 woni padua ni mu se de be ya sa wo haw eye ulcer ne be free wo so akọ ne edi kan ne se obi owo ulcer biara no eya na wote yaw pi wotimiti yaw no woni yefun esoro ha se ede ba ne kokoso no wote yaw ne kese nanso ye fa bibia efense referred pain Obo say ya on was so tin say ase na chirin kase ni mu na ewo enye wa chirin kase na eye bibi e friend say referred pain enu ntitie me sa wo ulcer na wonya gastro mixture bi na wono nom a ebeyi wo hawo no de afiri wo ya wo na wote no eso ebetiye pa efiri wo ekọ no obi owo eye yare aye bodin eye ulcer yi no empem bebre no bo hu say yare abua bi efe ne Helicobacter pylori no de ne ho agimu bi sa wonya adru efe say gastro yi bi na wono nom a ebeyi sa yare abua no e de afiri ho no mo ama ulcer na kakra afi eche enuane nu eni nu ahodo a ahye gastro mixture yi ma no eba beboa ayi ekuro na babeda ya funu no eba beboa yi sa ekuro no e de afiri ho no mo na afi acid no so a eba bebre wo ya funu mu a enu nti ama ekuro babeda ya funu wo se acid na eba form obia ya funu e produce acid ni dwumadi a edie ni se eboa ema enam a wahwe beans awadi fish awari eboa masa no ma no etimi eyam said the beya woni padua ne benya aduane a wadie no so mfaso nanso wona ewo ulcer no empem pii ubon se acid na ebro so sa wonya eye gastro mixture bi na ono no e ba bete acid no so amaw na ekoba ne sa na ete acid no so na ema ya ne kofom na ekum yare ebo efense Helicobacter pylori na free hono no ekuro no ebewu afri yafunu no makọ na afedie anyway ni na to betwa obetimi adide opese wodi bia enu ntimi kanfo adru efense gastro mixture e di amaw baabi bia wo bia wote yen kan wote ani bia no kohwehwe adru efense gastro mixture fa number we na free 0248 77 88 99 0248 77 88 99 0248 77 88 99 so wo free number ya ubenya eye gastro mixture ibi na wato na edru eto so me pese me ka ho asem no eye dimpa mixture eye boss account for edru no anopa ya no dimpa mixture say malaria ne typhoid nko edru a wo hia dimpa mixture say malaria ne typhoid na tete wa hwehwe edru efen say dimpa mixture se ya ka say dimpa mixture obeji say malaria ne typhoid esuro dimpa mixture malaria ne typhoid esuro enu nti bo ho modin say malaria nkwa na tete wo de wo se o enche bia no manya malaria typhoid betna me so makoa be 1 year ni ma wo mpane ma no num nura enko hwehwe aduru efen say dimpa herbal mixture say abada ho no ma entra ma kraman enkaw o kraman na obekaw no ono ne typhoid na betna wo so no typhoid tena wo so chebe beduru ba bi ne beba problem be complication be friend say intestinal perforation ebe bone unsunu no ntokuro ekokoba na sadi se do ko theater ni awakoye operation enu ntime so entra ho mane nnu sam pempenso no kokohwehwe aduru friend say dimpa herbal mixture utina epa wanu mu na ato wanu mu na ayo nyonyono oyafunu na ye oya wapo no wapo so eye oya onipadua nyina mu tutu oyafunu no sanfro wonya aduru friend say dimpa herbal mixture ibi na wono no ma ebebo ayi sawo hawo efro e di amount fasa number 0248 77 88 99 ya to aduru na petegan hafa na nyina ko Oson's chemist I wom room Kolinak hair by wo Ashtown Saks pharmacy I wo Patasi ko Misty hair by wom room ko NNA pharmacy wo Patasi Freddie Men's hair by wo KO PFA pharmacy I wo Tafo na ko pe enro bi to ma mo kumase de na maboboy so wan kran akwana na bo ache hair by I wo Okanshi drug lane so Western of akọ eye bibiani bibi ko Western of akonu akọ pharmacy I wo bibiani so wo ashama wo be ko Ekus pharmacy wo ka so be ko Tribe of Judah nimdia hairbar e wo Takrade Pena hairbar wo Cape Coast and a Jeff hairbar wo Mankasim Cap hairbar e wo Sunyane ya to enro na petigan hafa na nyina oko eye pharmacy ni license chemical shop bia onsa beka eye Nature Medics for enu pani bi na wanonom na apam wo yare na afri wanomo eye Mensoplax eye emanadro Mensoplax eye emanadro
omudi ho adanse pa
kromu how dear Mr. Opa hwehwe aduru efen say Mensoplax mixture say fichikromu how pa na tete wa wo bu nsa ya wo nko ano Mensoplax mixture wo bu nsa moja na emaye ebada krope enamienu na eto atwa obu akra moja na eba na enka kra sawo mu nya Mensoplax bi na no no ma sawo hawo anyina eto atwa na ho ato ye pa wo bu won ma wonye family plan wono nso a wontwa abra wono nso so a wonyem na nso wontimi emu ne nsa sa wo ye sa wo how we etel so a hwehwe edu efense menso plaques mixture ni bi na no nom na entimi emmoa wo yie pa utiemi a untimi munsa no menso plaques mixture ebia wa ye family planning o ye family planning edrum pempen so pese ujai na wo ujai ye no still a won sabo no entimi emmeye unya edu efense menso plaques bi na no no ma ebeboa mo asa asibu dada wo bebu nsa kama na nyinsan no etumi aba say wase empo na keka wo na wonya menso plaques bi a ebeboa wo yie pa eye enka na wo wafichi kuro no mu enka wo mu emoja na eba na enka wo mu aba papo aya black bi wonya menso plaques bi na no no ma ye ka se menso plaques a wo se eye wa wodie ni mu adwuma no na eye sabi wo ba wa himfie ni mu nso so adwuma fa number we na frɛ ɛyɛ menso plaques adwumayɛfoɔ no ɛyɛ nature medics for no 0248 77 88 99 0248 77 88 99 o fresh number we ya na kyerɛ wadwen ba bia obenya adron bibia na yɛbɛkyerɛw na okɔ ɛyɛ pharmacy shop bia chemical shop bia herbal shop bia wo se wo pɛ gasto mixture ɛno ne yɛ wo yɛfunu yade adro mapa na wasa ka sɛ wo pɛ dimpa herbal mixture adro na typhoid ne malaria suro no ɛno yɛ dimpa herbal mixture kɔ pharmacy shop chemical shop ana OTC bia ana herbal shop bia na kɔhwɛ dimpa herbal mixture ne krakra no ɛyɛ menso plaques mixture sɛ afichi krom ha wo nko ade a ko herbal shop bia atwa ho ahyia pharmacy shop bia na kɔhwehwɛ adro ɛfɛ ne sɛ menso plaques mixture yɛka sɛ menso plaques mixture wo gye so sɛ ɛyɛ awodie no mu adwuma no na ɛsiesie sabi wɔ ba wa himfie hɔ no mo ɛwɔ sɛ ahimfie hɔ ɛyɛ kama ɛwɔ sɛ ɔyɛ krɔgyen oba ni kwan sa otena ho manoma bi gi V8 ni mo ebo so dabi ekokɔba no sa director ba no wo twi V8 na emfa dabi hwehwɛ edu efense menso plaques mixture ko be ma bia ni ho a obe ware obese aka so fa na yirachi dabi nti o so usiesie ho kama bo hu be ma bia wo skapa se ko cast match na je se wo de fa na yire so de oba na ye de ama nti because when ti oba na o mie so ma no nti o so usiesie wo himfi wo ni nyina be hia menso plaques unya menso plebe sisi ahimfi o kama de amao se afichi krom ha be sisi awode no kama de amao ti me kanfo de amao mo amowo eye western north no mo nko nuako pharmacy nuako pharmacy bibiani na mo nkokope enupa yi bi ento me da se Dr. Felix a oda eye nature medics company ano omo na di dimpa eba mixture ba no the menso plus mixture and a gasto mixture gasto no wachechim osa yam kura drupa eno achi dimpa eba mixture se typhoid se malaria se wonu nya wode na unya bia bebo na menso plus nso de emagia tum kura dada ma onsan kamera bibia enyi ema na eno achi me chew se ene de omayemu ayedene so opese utu kwan a eno an so do ani be kire mo Roxy Travels omo de wo na uye se obi a uye adwuma wa yaresabia health worker saso na person okobo football saso na person okoye adwuma nkasa wa bruchira Roxy Travels ene do beko omo se akwantu no bam na ye fa ye mredi ama wo da odem akọ na benyampo no ho bedwiru se asa da o tam na sombra na yanko na ko check in na tukwan se o pese ko UK o pese ko Canada o pese ko United States of America Schengen visa e na o pe ana se u yo bi kura na so wan ko school na mom won sa no adwuma o mo se bra companies be brede abedom so mo pa adwuma ye fo mfama wo mo enu nti brei wo ye teacher ni o mo se companies ni schools awodo de abedan wo mo abrofu bi kura de abedom so o mo pe private teachers e ma wo mo tu ye teacher ni a contact Roxy Travels no mo mfa ntu kwana bibia nye kama country any companies outdoor any control no made na omunum se o pese unya private jet grade to kwa kwa adwuma omo abema obi omun kom befa so sabeka private jet eno chi no ope birth certificate travel passport bank statement no nya no betwa won saka bi kuma so mo kaso CP omni methodist asori dan ni dem hwe ena ba kuma se a kuma so udu asafo VIP station wa adan tintim na so na ya twa nim golden home tax no e ho na be ho mo fe omo 0244 613 237 0244 613 237 and answer up from 0257 7763 6730 0257 776730 and 0557 607 375 or from Obejo Snabia eso aye kama Michael Sarboard minini nwie if say no na transfer in major European leagues no omutimi eklosu ye na mo pemo Turkey and Saudi Arabia omu enya enklosu no na me be man be the next
15 minutes na on sign emfa wuram na on fanhwe transfers no we wuram La Liga na wuram e ho so de amame na ahwa hodo ansa na punchline se nso Cezali 1050 ya beba ho na yese wa enti me man be sma be nson bi na fa wuram am timi ki yensanko
eta yenhye so say punchline is to draw a transfer question bi a person obese bia
na odi aba
odi obetime bisa
transfer bi e course so a won't ase transfer bia
story be anyway ya obetime bisa
okay punchline no and the make so the whole bar for the punchline what ya enti transfer no team our support players almost sign ya we okay na onye okay no waka wasem transfer bay na wo ho asem bisa enu team ya prekesen na nyina buso ba kirechiro mu de koya wa hu kra na person kiro no ba kiro miki yanko yanim.
Now, well, Atletico Madrid, I think that they had a very good summer window. Not because of players or motoy, but because of a music assembly. Now, Atletico players, they made the move of Matheus Cunha to Wolves permanent, almost 44 million. Renan Lodi, Okoma say 11 million. Geoffrey Kondogbia, Okoma say 6.9 million. Sergio Cameo, Echo Rayo Vallecano, also 4.3 million. João Felix Colon, almost loan fee kakra. And so the free bus affordable. Ano munya Cesar Spilicueta free. Kagla Soyunchu free. And the players no motor and Dodo Nano were free. Ano no ton players enya a transfer a year fee received of over 70 million pounds. Okay. Ano spend less than 10 million pounds. Into the transfer balance was Rohano a 56.8 million pounds.
Atletico Madrid.
Yep, ade ba ko pe na no mo pe. It was to move on Messi bodyguard no. Rodrigo de Paul. Na omafa a defensive midfielder. No more target na ya Tottenham Pierre-Emile Højbjerg. Okay. But approach no more call Tottenham no enyamfa. So they did not get omo priority by this summer. But hopefully omit my idea omo person omo ye. From Atletico, yanko Barcelona. And I think Barca continues to work miracles. Our transfer window after transfer window. Aurora Miwaba, the replacement for wine, Sergio Busquets, Omunyano for 3 million. João Cancelo to address the underlying loophole and our weakness and our space and our void. Our right back slot or Omunyano on loan. João Felix Aba, then Omusu Omunyano on loan. Victor Roque will join them in 2024. Inigo Martinez bar for free. Ake Gundogan bar for free. Enti sana sheshe no esi eti.
That's a boss are there free.
Now see they continue to work miracles. Now João Cancelo there no. A woman say bar for free. But Barca needed to give something to get the boy. Now there's the explanation. As at Monday, na Barca ne can say ya come and ati as say obeba ho. Inti boy no Monday no be anopa ewia be 11 something no fan a bag no Oscar so munko ja na airport inti kono kofa plane no aba eye Barcelona inti ochi ka mu kwa aka wedu airport wa na Barca for the sanso friend bi o say oni atwen train so na yenka bia manisi ye into the sanso coffee. Now Barca were expecting money. Okay. After selling one of financial levers or more trigger from a libero football finance. Sikana no more expecting it was within the region of 20 million euros. So Sikana would have allowed them enough room to register Abrante João Cancelo. So they were looking for this financial way, to prepare the document. Now by Tuesday, Wednesday, Jorge Mendes ne Barcelona Edin Comeri. This transfer was handled purely by Jorge Mendes. Barca for and Fafon and Freeman City New Mending Como. Pep Guardiola and Fred Jabi and Nending Como. They have their own issues to sort out. And Tinipo Dignemu Eddie San Como Weno was João Cancelo agent Jorge Mendes and Eddie Cancelo Hong Como. But it wasn't going to be Cancelo. Before Barca Real Madrid, it was pre-season. Barca were preparing to sign Ivan Fresneda. Not the prepare BBA. Until a match they would have pushed the documents to a year Fresneda and a club, a year by the lead. Now boy in the swab Barcelona. But Omodi didn't come on. And I don't know match in the Barcelona. And not the Comunian in TSA. PSG wants to buy Ousmane Dembele. One. Sebastian Lusu Dembele a big blow, but it was also good news for them. because they could not sign Cancelo. All those national be no because of wages are wage. So Dembele war a Barca wage list in this one. They could not sign Cancelo. So they needed to move a big earner out. So Dembele's departure.